Mostly all the times when we are having compensation plan, we always go, a little bit beyond because there's a lot of questions and people are, new. So I really want to take the opportunity to let your team know that they should be part of these trainings. A lot of people sometimes call the office like, oh, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to do that. And we are always here to explain. There is a video probably about this training also on YouTube. And every week we're giving you updates. So today I'm also going to show you the 3 new updates that the mobile app have. I can tell you, Rico, we are planning so many amazing things. Like, I want to make sure every single one of you are going mobile. We are absolutely going mobile. Mobile app is going to give us so much possibilities that right now the website wouldn't give us. So we are going mobile. So we keep on saying it, we keep on reiterating, make sure you are tuning in, you have your mobile app, you have the latest version. So today I'm going to be sharing as well with you at the end of the call some of those updates. And of course, so that you can actually, uh, you know, check them out, see where the advantages are. Sometimes are little things that we might not see, but because they are important and partners call or they realize it, and then we notice. We're always open for the feedback. And this is where I want to make sure every single one of you are either, on the loop, letting us know about these things that you normally see. Sometimes it's so much information and it's so complicated in the back end that we try to make it, look pretty in the front end. So we're always listening. We're always listening to you. We're always evolving. And these updates I think actually are very, very, very cool, because imagine an app with like about 1,200 products. So you need to make sure that you can find them properly. So I think you're going to love the updates. So getting into compensation plan, we are just in the middle of rebranding all of our slides. So a lot of updates are happening, and I'm going to start sharing those slides with you as well, so that you can actually see them. I like to take the time in this particular training, Rico, to show a lot of the very, very basics that sometimes if you're new, you don't know or you didn't understand it. And I'm also doing compensation plan on a weekly basis with other teams. So if you want to make sure like your team is going to be on based on the time zone or whatever, we can always arrange something like that separately. So, I always say, like, when we share, I love this. I know you see this every day, Rico, but these graphics, I only get to see them once in a blue moon. This is part of our graphics in the office. Our Opulence Global record-setting Infinity Compensation Plan pays up to 8.5% on both teams. We work with a binary system, so that means that every single one of you have access to have 2 teams, one in the left, one on the right. And then from the volume up to 8.5%, it turns into money. That means commissions, binary commissions, right? That means that in the compensation plan, as you grow, you can earn up to $60,000 in residual income a week. That obviously adds over $3 million, 120,000 a year. So when you add up, 60,000 per week for, the over 50 weeks in the year, obviously it's over 3 million. This doesn't count the bonuses. This doesn't count the car program. This doesn't count the rank incentives. This doesn't count your personal sales. So obviously we always say, as with any business, okay, as a disclaimer, your results may vary. So I am going to teach you the how-tos, okay? And based on your individual capacity, business experience, expertise, and level of desire, since there are no warranties, promises, representations, or assurances concerning the level of success you may experience. Your level of success depends on the time you devote to the business, the ideas and techniques utilized, your finances, your knowledge, and of course, various skills that we're here to teach you and train you on, right? Since such skills and factors differ according to individuals. So that's a disclaimer. We always say it in our presentations, and I want to make sure that all of you continue to do so. You see, a lot of people are looking for opportunities today, and we want to make sure that we can be transparent, okay? So uh, let's begin. As you know, when we do our business tours, we do have the 13 ways on how we make money in the business. So I just added that a little bit in here. I know it's part of the compensation plan because it's part of understanding another venue, another way that I can actually make money with a company, right? So that number 1 is retail profits. A lot of people come in to sell product, okay? So If you are here to sell product, you can definitely do so, either sales, direct person to person, or you can also do it through the e-commerce platform, okay, where people can just go into your website, order products, and we as a company take care of all the logistics, okay? The shipping, the VATs, the duties, like everything together, we drop ship it to your customer's door, okay? If you are a lifestyle advisor, immediately you receive a 30% discount on the products, okay? On your entire shop. If you are on SmartBuy, which we're going to talk about in a minute, if you are on SmartBuy on $150 in personal volume every month, after 3 months, you get an extra 10% discount, okay? If you are buying the product, you get up to a 38% discount. But if you are selling, that equals 59% retail profits, okay? You can buy from your website to sell, okay, to resell, or your customers can just shop directly through the website. So for example, I always say, if you have a one VIP shopper that bought 5 items and every item is $20, that's $100 in sales, 30% is for you, okay? If you actually make, for example, $20 per item, okay? If the profitability of a bottle of Fountain of Life, it's $20 and you sold 5 bottles, you made $100. Very simple. So I always like to use charts to show you the dynamics of the product in a very, very, very simple way. If you have 2 VIP shoppers, average, they buy 5 bottles each person, then you make $200 profit, so on and so forth. So the sales, you determine how much money you can make. So that's why I say, when customers or people say, Daniela, can you show me how can I make an extra $1,000 this month? Absolutely. It's a doable goal. It's something you can do. You can do it by selling product or sharing the business opportunity, okay? Which is our wholesale profits, right? Because you can decide to share the business opportunity with other people and receive wholesale profits, which is up to $250 in wholesale commissions on all your new personal online shops. That means that I am personally sharing the business opportunity with a person, okay? They can open their shop as retailers and I make $25. I can launch them as promoters and make $100. Or if I am a lifestyle advisor, I can launch lifestyle advisors and make up to $250. Okay? So I love this. It's very simple. And yes, I see that there is questions.
Yes, Danny. Actually, when it comes to the retail profit, there's a question here. With regards to the 59% retail profit, how do you calculate that?
Awesome. Well, that's actually a very good question. It's a very mathematic question. So basically, when you talk in economics, when you talk about profitability, if you buy a product for $1 and you sell it for $2, you don't say you make 50%. You say you make 100% profitability. You buy things with a 50% discount. So when you talk about discounts, you always say the small number. When you use the big number, when you talk about profitability, you use the big number, okay? So when you buy for $1 and you sell for $2, you make 100% profits, right? Because it's the same value. So in our case, in our company, because you are buying with up to a 38% discount, the 38% discount equals 59% profitability, okay? So if you do a multiplication in your calculator, it will give you 59%. So the profitability of your products is a 59%. Now, the reason why we disclose it differently is because not everybody has access to the extra 10% discount. Why? Because maybe you are not consistent in your business. So if you're not getting that extra 10%, which adds up to be up to 38, because 30% plus extra 10% doesn't mean 40%, okay? It means 38%. So the reason why we put the numbers like this is just so that everybody can see the possibility, but not everybody has access to that in day one, okay? It's something that you build up, right? I hope is this clear, Rico? Am I making sense when it comes to mathematics? So
Yes,
one of the things I like is, before say, oh, it's 30 plus 10, it's like a 40%, but I want, when I have customers that will ask me this accurate question and I cannot show them a 40%, then they will be upset. So I rather tell them it's up to 38%, if you are personally buying the product, rather than, you know, 30 plus 10, it's a 40%, and then they do the math and it's like, it's not actually 40%, right? So it's better to show it like this. If you want more clarity and more vision, I always use $100 item example. If you order a product that your VIP will pay $100, if you are a lifestyle advisor, it will cost you $70, correct? If you have the extra 10% discount, is 10% on $70, which is $7 less. So now you are going to buy this product for $63. If it was 40%, you will buy it at 60. But because it's 10% on the already deducted 30%, you never get to the 40, okay? So 38% discount equals 59 profitability. I hope this makes sense and clarifies the question. Is there any more questions?
None so far anymore, Danny.
Awesome. So if you would like to make $1,000 in your first month, as easy as launching 4 lifestyle advisor shops will give you $1,000 in wholesale commissions. Okay, $250 per shop. Imagine the company saying, Rico, thank you very much for bringing lifestyle advisors around the world, opening shops with people promoting our products. For every shop that you open around the world, as a lifestyle advisor, we're going to pay you $250. And what is that money for, right? I call it, the me money, the marketing money, because it's not only for me to say, oh, yes, thank you, you launched someone. No, it's I am going to take care of that person. I am going to train that person. I am going to show them how to be successful in their business to that person. That person is going to become a part of my team, a part of my organization. That shop is going to help me grow. And of course, imagine once I have 50 advisors, 100 advisors, 500 advisors, people selling, of course, that, my possibilities of my income are going to grow as well. Now, I'm going to go into the qualification process that we have discussed before. So the PV qualification talks about what do I need in my business to consider my business active and what it is that I need on a monthly basis. So the PV qualification goes in a calendar month, and all you have to do is teach your team to do the same. If you are on $150 personal volume on a monthly basis and I teach my team to do the same, that is going to duplicate, okay? It turns into duplication. Whether you are shopping products to sell, okay, direct selling to your customers, or you are shopping products for your personal use, okay? You have the both options. And you can choose to buy products, or you can choose to buy something very, very cool we have in our company called shopping credits. Now, I want you to think of this. In many companies, in many direct sales companies, what I have found is one of the biggest obstacles is that people know that what it is the minimum that I have to consume, thinking already that what happens if I don't consume it, right? Like if I just become inactive. But in our company, we have something added that is a shopping credit. So if you are not looking to have products this month, you don't have to carry inventory. So you don't have to have products in your home if you don't want to. We don't want you to have, a basement or a room full of products that are, stuck in a bookcase and you are not selling. We want to make sure that you do have products in hand if you have the last minute customers, but at the same time that you are just, activating your account and at the same time you are actively selling products. So if you don't want to have products, you can just order or have a backup subscription of $150 in shopping credit. So the backup subscription protects, number one, the sales volume, okay, the commissionable volume, which I want to talk in a minute, from your organization. That means that even if you are not buying products that month, you can continue to protect the volume from your organization and from your entire team with shopping credits. And then you start saving money and you start keeping those shopping credits. And over time, and sometimes a lot of people save it for special occasions. If you want to buy a pair of shoes or a purse or, maybe a piece of jewelry or something else at a special occasion, you can redeem those shopping credits and turn them into products. Okay. And this happens every calendar month. So all of us have a different date depending on the date that we actually join the business. So all I have to make sure is that before that date, I have generated my $150 in personal volume. Now, how do I calculate the personal volume? Every product in the website has a PV value, okay? And the PV value is basically the lifestyle advisor pricing in Canada. So if a product, I go back to my example before, if a product is $100 for the customer and I buy it for $70 in Canada, okay, remember, I'm only talking about Canadian people. If I buy it for $63 because I have the 10% discount, then 63 becomes my PV. If I bought it for $70 because I'm a new advisor and I don't have the 10%, $70 become my PV. But if you are in Kenya, for example, and you're paying 70% in VAT and duties and you're actually paying $49 in VAT and duties, you are still getting the same $70 in PV for that product. It doesn't matter in which country you are, the PV is based on the Lifestyle Advisor Canadian value. Okay? So as long as I buy $150 in personal volume every month, I will be qualified. My shop is going to consider active and I am going to be able to accumulate volume from all the shops in my organization to infinity. Okay? Is there any questions about PV qualification?
This time, Danny, no questions yet. Yes.
Amazing. Now I'm going to show you the commissionable volume aspect. That means that on every transaction that happens in my organization generates CV. Okay? Every sale, every order, every launch, someone orders a retailer package, someone orders a promoter package, someone becomes an LA, somebody buys something, everything generates CV. Okay. And I can accumulate that CV every day from any transaction that happens in my organization to infinity. Okay. Now, if the person is buying fashion, beauty, personal care, or shopping credit, like I can see on the left side of my graphics here, okay, except FOL, 30% pushes up into the binary, okay, Canadian Lifestyle Advisor pricing. So I go again to my example. If I bought shampoo and conditioner for $100 to my customer, but it cost me $70 as a lifestyle advisor in Canada, $70 become my PV. 30% of $70, it's 21. So the moment my customer buys shampoo and conditioner, $21 in commissionable volume, I will see reflected in my volume. But if that person bought Fountain of Life, 60% of that value pushes into my binary, okay? Fountain of Life is the only product that pushes 60% into the binary. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the same example. If the bottle is $50, or let's say 60 to 50, I buy it for $43. 60% of 43 is my CV for that bottle, okay? And it pushes to every single person above me on the team. That's why we call it to infinity, because you can have as little as 2 people in your team, or you can have 300 people in your team in day one. Okay, I see binary trees growing super fast because of the momentum that's happening in the company. So a lot of people have several people in their teams already, even if they have not brought anybody into the business yet. Okay, any questions about CV?
I think we have one, Danny. And it says here, when do you receive your retail profit if your VIP shopper buys and paid through credit card?
Awesome. So every single sale, okay, that means that they are buying product, goes through 7-day grace period of time. Okay, so if you sell something today, in 7 days you're going to see a retail profit, and you're going to see obviously a push up in the binary. That it's called product sales. Okay, when you look into your volume, it says Daniela Ferreira product sales. It says the number, okay, like a reference number, and then you see the volume on the side. And of course, retail profits. If you click on the retail profit, it shows you from which customer is coming and what the customer bought, which I love it. Okay, if you are launching someone, okay, retailer, promoter, or advisor, it's called product launch, okay? And you can see the level of the shop that the person is, and it goes through 10-day cooling off period. By law in Canada, because we're Canadian business, it goes through something called the 10-day cooling off period, which actually, Rico, now that we're talking about this, I'm going to make a little bit of a pause here to talk a little bit about policies, because I realized this week, actually, I know that people are excited with the promotion. They are joining, they are upgrading, they are ordering product, and the next day they realize, okay, what did I do? Maybe, I just got so excited and then I just don't want it. So we have something called the 10-day cooling off period. So if somebody wants to, basically they regret or they just want to cancel, or whatever it could be, there's different reasons. So the policy states that you have 10 days to cancel your account, okay? To say, like, I just didn't want this, for example, or you just change your mind. But what happens is that the moment that you place an order, that policy becomes void and null, because I assume that I came into the company. Now I order products, I redeem all my products, I redeem all my bonuses, and now I said I want to cancel. So the policy becomes void and null the moment that I place a second order. Okay, so actually this week we had someone that I actually to tell them to speak to the upline. Sometimes people are just making decisions or they don't understand how the system works. So always guide that person. That's why the wholesale profit comes from. Okay, you have to guide that new person and explain them the benefits of the business on the one side, and at the same time show them the value of the business. Okay, it's not just shopping, it's not just about getting a new package and that's it. No, this is a business, so we have to treat it as a business. Therefore we have to show the value to the people like a business. So I hope this clarifies a little bit more and it answers the question. Anybody else?
Yes, Danny. There's another question here. If the LP shop pays $75 and retailer pays $35 for their smart buys, can the 10% discount apply to their stores on their fourth months?
No, only if they are on 150. This is something called preferred partner. You are only a preferred partner because you are doing the minimum requirement as a lifestyle advisor. So if you are a retailer or a promoter, but you are buying $150 in personal volume every month, you do get the 10% discount. And a lot of people realize that if they are going to get an extra 10% discount because they were in 150, but at the same time they upgrade, imagine. Now it's not only an extra 10%, it's a 10 plus a 5 plus another 5, right? Because it's 30, 25, and 20. So if you're a retailer at 20%, then you will get an extra 10%. You are like around 27% discount, right? But if you become an LP, now you have 25 plus another 10. But if you upgrade to LA, then you have a 30 plus another 10%. So it's always an added value. So when you have retailers and promoters who start looking at the value of having a better discount, right now is the time for them to upgrade, because they can upgrade for 50%. And now they have shopping credits for other products that they can redeem at a better discount level. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, absolutely, Danny. And of course, another question here. How do you receive the percent of benefits from the sales in your online shop launch? Sales from the retailer and the lifestyle promoter.
So whatever they sell or whatever they buy, whatever they launch, you receive it in CV. Okay, this is the perfect slide to show you that. So you receive the volume from their sales. Now you are going to accumulate that volume, and I'm going to show you how you're going to make money from it just in a minute. It's actually a very, very good question. Anything else relevant before I move on?
Actually, that's the last question I have right now, Danny.
Perfect. So what am I going to do to activate my binary? Okay, as a lifestyle advisor, okay, when you're a lifestyle advisor, you're going to receive 3 business centers. Okay, if you open your binary, this is how you're going to see it. You're going to see your name repeated 3 times. Okay, business center 1, business center 2, and business center 3. Okay, in order to activate it, You need to mentor and bring one person on the left and one person on the right. Okay? That's all you have to do is sponsor someone and make sure they are generating $150 in personal volume. Okay? So as long as the three of you are generating $150, whatever they buy, just going back to that question that you just made, if this person is a retailer and this person is a promoter, then your binary is not activated. If you are a lifestyle advisor, you need to bring a lifestyle advisor on the left and a lifestyle advisor on the right. Now, don't worry, because if that person is a promoter or a retailer, nothing is going to happen. You are going to continue to accumulate volume from all those sales that they made. It doesn't matter. Remember, what I love about this business is that it doesn't matter. It's not about how much money you're going to make. It's about when are you going to make that money. You understand? Because the money is going to sit there. It's going to accumulate. The more you accumulate, the more money you're going to make. So if you don't make commissions on the first week, don't worry, don't panic. The CV will stay there. That's why I put here, no flush as long as you are on Smart Buy, no CV breakage, and all the remaining CV carries to the following week. So you don't lose the volume as long as you are active in your business, generating $150 in personal volume every calendar month. Now, based on your binary tree, you can always accumulate volume in the three business centers. That means you're going to accumulate volume on the left side of business center 1 and 2, and on the right side of business center 1 and 3. So when you bring a person on the right, you activate business center 3, and you're going to receive volume in these two business centers. And when you bring somebody on the left, you're going to activate this side of the tree, and you're going to receive volume on these two business centers. Questions? Okay.
Wait, Danny, sorry, I my screen got enlarged. But anyway, there's another question here. What's different in volume when you're on 75 against 150 Smart Buy?
Perfect. So when you are a lifestyle advisor on 150, you get volume here on Business Center 1, you get volume here on the left of Business Center 2, and you get volume here on the right of Business Center 3. So let's assume this person becomes a lifestyle advisor, and you're going to get $500 in volume from that advisor. You're going to make $500 CV here and $500 CV here. If the person comes in the right as a lifestyle advisor, you're going to get $500 CV here, Business Center 3, and $500 CV in here, Business Center 1. So if you are on 150, you get CV on the 3 business centers. If you are on 75, you only make volume on Business Center 1. Same as actually on 35, you accumulate volume, but you can't make the commission. Even if you have thousands of volume in both sides, if you are a retailer, you can't convert that CV into money. You cannot make commissions. Okay, you can accumulate the volume on Business Center 1, but you can't make commissions. As a lifestyle promoter or someone that is contributing to $75 in personal volume, you actually make, with the same amount of volume and the same amount of people, about 50% of the commission. Okay, and I'm going to show you in a minute how that money looks like. So do you rather make, for example, $45 on a first cycle with the same amount of people and the same amount of CV, rather than 25? So it's like 50% of the money that you make if you are a promoter. Okay, so you don't have access to the same amount of income. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, absolutely, Danny. There's another question here. I'm just not sure if it will be clear to you. The question is it the 10 and 5% of benefits are only paid on CV? Well, I think they're asking about the
No, that's LA personal team bonus, right?
Yes, yes.
No, team bonus is cash, and I'm going to talk about it in a minute.
All
It's
right.
coming. It's coming.
Yes,
Okay.
and related to the question about the three business centers, another question here is when do you activate business center three?
Business Center tree activates in to accumulate volume when they bring somebody on the right. Business Center 3 and Business Center 1 activates with the person on the right. Business Center 1 and Business Center 2 activate with somebody on the left. The only thing is that you cannot sponsor here. That's why I put a no-nos here. You cannot bring people on the inside legs. You are only sponsoring on the outer legs. Okay.
Okay,
Next
Danny.
question.
If I am on the tree with some, do I receive the with some? I don't know. Probably there's missing something there. If I am on the tree with some, do I receive the same CV with the person who has sponsored me? Does it work like that?
Yeah, everybody makes the same. So let's assume that there is more people here, and I can show you with a. I'm gonna do. I can show you with more people. It could be that in here, let's say you are above this person, right? Let's say this is another person, and there is one, two, three, four people. The four people receive the same amount of CV, and the person above you, and the person above you, and the person above you. So when any transaction happens in the organization, it pushes CV to every single person that is connected to the same organization, all the way to the latest person in that tree. As long as you are connected, like if there is a dot added to you, that person receives the volume. If this is related to you, that person receives volume. If this one is added to you, that person receives the CV. Everybody receives the same. So if a new LA comes in, this person gets 500 CV, this person gets 500 CV, this person gets 500 CV, the person above you receives 500 CV, and the one above 500 CV, and the one above 500 CV. Everybody receives the same amount of CV as long as they are actively generating $150 in personal volume. Does that clarify the question?
Yes, I hope it answers the question here. But also, are you okay to answer all the questions right now because there are a couple of them.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't mind.
All right. So another question here: if I am a lifestyle advisor and I have been sponsored, would I get the same amount of CV like them even if I don't have anyone on my right and left?
Yes, of course. So the only, okay, if you don't have anybody personally sponsored by yourself, the only difference is that if there is 50 people on the team, you still get the volume from the 50 people. It's just your binary is not activated, but you can continue to accumulate volume on all of those people every single day, every single week, every single month. As long as you are actively on $150 in personal volume, you get the volume regardless, but you cannot make money out of that volume until you activate the binary. You have to activate it in order to start converting that volume into cash, okay, into money. Next question.
Yes. I think this would, I just want you to take note, Danny, because I think you will discuss this in the next slides. If you sponsor more than two people on the if you sponsor more than two people on the right, some LA, some LP, explain how and when one goes to LD1. Do you count on the
Awesome.
six people required to be LD1?
Perfect. Okay. I will explain that in a minute. But no, as long as they are LAs and they are on 150, you can rank advanced to LD1. We will see it in a minute. At least with the graphics, we are able to explain it better. Next question.
Yes. Can my second generation of LAs help me advance my rank if they activate their binary before the first one did?
Yes, that one, you are talking about two different topics. One
Yes.
topic is rank advancement, right? Rank advancement is not about personally sponsoring people, it's about helping your team, right? So it could be second generation, third generation, fourth generation, doesn't matter. They can help you rank advance. even those people, not everybody's going to activate their binary. Actually, I had this conversation yesterday with one of our partners that is building in the team in Nigeria. And exactly that. And she actually mentioned something like, why is someone being punished? And she actually used this word. Like, why is somebody being punished because one person is not paying? I said, because that person is not recruiting. If I know I need to have one active on the left and one active on the right, and now all I have is one person, and that person is not paying and that person is not active, is that even a punishment? No, it's not a punishment. This is a business, and this is the rule. So if this person is not actively building, why would I get paid if I'm not building, right? The problem is that we are telling people, don't worry, come in, get volume, kind of like become rich in the next day. Don't say that to people, because of course, is number one is misleading, number two is a lie, and number three, people are going to be very disappointed. So my thing to all of you is help people grow, understanding the rule and what do I need to do about it. So if I have one on the left, one on the right, and this person didn't pay, or this person is not active, go find somebody else. Bring another team member on the left. I don't stop just because I brought one on the left, one on the right. That is just what I need to activate my binary, but doesn't mean that if those people are not active, I'm going to continue to make money. The software doesn't recognize people. The software recognizes numbers, right? So the software says, do you have one on the left, one on the right? Yes. Is this one PV qualified, this one PV qualified? No, this one is not PV qualified. Okay, perfect. Then you don't get paid. Right? But it's not, oh, that person is Rico. Don't pay him. Is Rico. No, the software doesn't understand people. The software just looks at requirements. And sometimes people call and they think it's personal and it's not personal. And I want to make sure. This is the software, right? The software is so smart and they can recognize how much money I want to pay you. So the software is reading like this. First of all, am I active or inactive? Okay, active. Perfect. I'm renewed. Perfect. Am I on $150 personal volume? Have I generated 150 in the past 30 days? No, you haven't. Then you're not active. It skips, goes to the next person in the below, and to the next person below, and to the next person below. So it's not about you. It's about what am I doing in my business? Have I my 2 people activated? Are my people actively building personal volume? If they are not, you simply don't get paid. But don't worry, because we're still protecting that volume. So if they didn't pay today, maybe they pay next month, you make your money. The money continues there in CV, in a form of CV for you to make money after. So that's why I said it's not about if you're going to make money or not. It's about when are you going to make the money? Because the CV will remain there as long as you're active. Now, if I become inactive and I don't generate my PV, do I get volume? No, because I'm not active in the business. The volume is like a gift, it's an added bonus to the compensation plan. You can make money off the sales of other people. But if I'm not active, do I get that benefit? No. I think that will become a scam, right? You make money off the sales that your team is generating based on your own activity. Okay, that's why I love about a compensation plan. If I work, I get paid. If I help people grow, I get paid. If I help people expand, I get paid. If I don't get paid. Next question.
Yes, I think this is a question of placement. Why we don't get CV from the inner legs?
Okay, because we work with a binary, it's not a matrix, right? The compensation plan is designed to have one person on the left and one person on the right. Now, these people, they can do that on their own. So this person is going to have their own right and their own left. They can start sponsoring here and you can start sponsoring here. Now, the moment you cap, the reason why you have 3 business centers is because eventually you are going to be able to recruit people there. Okay. You need to cap, you need to maximize the potential of the first business center, which is up to $10,000 a week. That's the maximum this left and this right are going to give you. Once that happens, you can open up your business center 2. Once you cap on the business center 1 and the business center 2, you open business center 3. So we're not saying you can't do it. All we're saying is maximize on Business Center 1 first, and then we can open the others. Okay? That is going to bring you first stability, and number 2, longevity in your business. Next question.
Yes, I think you have already discussed this, but just for another clarification, if I have a retailer on the right and the retailer on the left, is my binary tree activated?
No. If you're a retailer, actually, yes. If you are a retailer and you have a retailer on the left and a retailer on the right, it's activated, but you don't make commissions. You can only accumulate volume. If you're a lifestyle promoter, you need a lifestyle promoter on the left and a lifestyle promoter on the right, minimum, to be activated. If you are a lifestyle advisor, you need a lifestyle advisor on the left and a lifestyle advisor on the right to activate it. All the numbers that I show here are based on lifestyle advisor. Okay? Lifestyle promoter and retailer are not disclosed here, but they exist. So it's a great question. So if you are an advisor and you have a retailer on the left and a retailer on the right, your binary is not activated. Also, all the information I'm providing you is in your prosperity book too. Okay, all the numbers, all the letters, everything I'm saying is in your prosperity book as well. Next question.
Yes, this is another clarification. It says here to activate centers 2 left and 3 right. Do they depend on which leg, my common or personal leg? I didn't quite understand the question.
Me neither.
But
So
anyway.
your common leg and your personal leg, it's different for everybody, right? Depending on which team your sponsor put you in. So if your sponsor put you in the right, then that becomes your common leg. Okay, common means is the team that you share with your sponsor. That's common leg. And then obviously, if you are on the right of your sponsor, then the left becomes your personal leg, right? That's the team that you are going to build. And if your sponsor put you on his left team, then your common leg is the left team, and then your personal leg becomes the right. So we don't use those terms for compensation plan. That's just after the fact that you have been sponsored. That's personal. Everybody has, different placements. So you can activate those business centers regardless. You are going to have CV regardless of you sponsoring in these spots. You cannot sponsor. Nobody has this open until they have cap on Business Center 1 first. So if I'm not capping in Business Center 1, why would I have access to Business Center 2? If I'm not capping here. Capping means that you are maximizing the potential of the maximum this binary will pay you. So you have to have millions of dollars in both sites on Business Center 1 in order to cap, right, every week on that business center. So it is there, the potential is there. That's why you continue to accumulate 3 times. The same CV that this person brings, you accumulated here and you accumulated here. So you actually get $1,000 in CV, $500 in Business Center 1 and $500 in Business Center 2. So that's an advantage. Okay, next question.
Yes, just a quick question here. What do you mean by active?
Well, active means a lot of things.
I
Active
think
what?
I think when you say here that I think when she's referring to that the binary is active, something like that.
Active means that you can convert, now you can convert your CV into money. If it's not active, that means you don't have an active lifestyle advisor on the left and one active lifestyle advisor on the right. Your binary is not activated. That means you cannot convert the CV coming from the team into money. Yes. So let's assume I'm gonna open here to explain active. So this is you. If you don't bring, and obviously the same color is going to be your left and your right, okay? The moment you bring the left and the right, your binary becomes activated. If you don't bring a right, for example, but this is your common leg, and now you have people below that, because your sponsor and the sponsor of your sponsor is bringing people. It's just that this is hollow because you haven't bring anybody here. You are going to make the CV from these people, right? All of these people are going to provide you with volume, but you're not going to be able to cash on the volume. You get volume because of this person. You get volume because of this person. You get volume because of this person, but you cannot cash it. You cannot turn it into money because you haven't bring anybody here. The moment you activate your binary with one person on the left and one person on the right, then you can convert this CV into money. Is it more clear, Rico?
Yes, and I think Danny, probably another term that she used there is you can be active, or the the one on the left, one on the right is active when they are PV qualified. So I think that's another way to put it. If they are qualified with 150 PV.
Awesome. One, it's, to be commission qualified, all you need is be on 150, have a person on the left on 150, have a one person on the right on 150.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and another question here. Can you give an example or demo of how business tree looks like? Visually will be good demo, please.
Okay. So I don't know how to show Business Center 3.
But Danny, they are actually learning a lot from you because you have more and more questions coming in.
Awesome. So let's clear this. So same as the drawing that I had over there, I'm going to make it now blue to change it a little. So forgot to bring my pen. So if this is me, that's my Business Center 1, this is my Business Center 2, and this is my Business Center 3. Okay, all the time, all the time. Okay, where I join is number 1. Okay, my left is always number 2, and my right is always number 3. So you are only bringing people. Okay, I'm gonna go blue, circle. I'm only bringing people in my far left and in my far right. That's your left and your right. If you bring one on the left, one on the right, that's your team. Okay, so this is your Business Center 3. So you are always gonna see it in your back office. You're always gonna see it like this. Business Center 1, I brought somebody on the left, $500. You're gonna see it like this. Business Center 1, $500. Business Center 2, $500. Business Center 3, 0. Okay, this is gonna be left team and right team. This is how you see it in your back office. Okay, so in Business Center 1, I bring somebody on the left, which is this person, I get $500, right? Then when I bring this person on the right, I make another $500 on the right, 500 CV. Okay, remember CV doesn't have a money sign. Okay, this is only CV. Business Center 2, which is this ball here, cannot bring people in the right. So my right of Business Center 2 is always going to be 0. And my right of Business Center T, when I bring this person, which is this person, I get $500 2 times. So you're always gonna see it like this all the time in your back office. You will always see Business Center 2 right empty because you cannot bring anybody there. The right of Business Center 2 is this one, right? Let me show you here. This is the right of Business Center 2. Actually, let me put it in different color, in a different blue. Okay, you cannot sponsor here. So the right of the number 2 is always empty. And the left of number 3, which is this one, right? This is gonna be the left. Let me just select another circle and I'm gonna make it pink. is always going to be empty. So these two spots are always 0. So my right of Business Center 2 is going to be 0, and my left of Business Center 3 is always going to be 0. The moment I maximize the potential of Business Center 1, which is the first one here, okay? When I maximize the potential of Business Center 1, then I open up Business Center 2, and when I maximize Business Center 2, I can maximize and open Business Center 3. So I love that you're asking the question. It's just irrelevant in the beginning of the business. Okay. Does this answer the question, Rico?
Yes, Danny. And another here, I think related to that as well. If you are an LP and you have LA on the left and LA on the right, do you also get commission?
Yeah. You just make less commission than an LA. And I'm going to show you how the commission structure is.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I think there's another question here which I think you will discuss in the next slide. Can you give us the PV that we need to upgrade from retailer to LP and LA?
From retailer to LP to LA. From retailer to LA, there is no PV. You cannot upgrade with PV. Okay, we're going to talk about that in a minute. But if you're a promoter, you can upgrade only in the first 90 days. You can upgrade to become LA.
And unless the she's asking about the PGB. If that's the case, then you can upgrade to PGB.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're going to get to that. Well, actually, for PGB, that's in our first 30 days business planning session. We can talk about it right now, but it's not part of compensation plan training. PGB is what your first generation do. And basically, I do have the slides here, but is not part of the training. So you can upgrade with PGV if you are a lifestyle promoter, actually retailer or promoter, which is all the activities that your first generation do. Excuse me. Now, we're going to talk about this cycle structure. That means how am I going to convert the volume into money? Okay? So I'm going to go to the same example. This is me, Business Center 1. I bring somebody on the left and somebody on the right. I am an LA, this is an LA, and this is an LA. Okay? So in order to make cycles, I have this chart that's in your prosperity book. The software is going to look for 3 different combinations. 1/3 on the left, 2/3 on the right, which is the purple numbers. Or 50% on the left, 50% on the right, coral numbers. Or 2/3 on the left, 1/3 on the right. Because I don't know who's bringing which volume, the software is going to look for the best combination for you so that you can get paid the best cycle. So look at this chart. If you are a promoter, going back to the question, if you are a promoter on $75 for the $900 CV, which is this cycle, you need 300 on the left, 600 on the right, or 450 on the left, 450 on the right, or 600 on the left, 300 on the right. For any of these 3 combinations, if you are a lifestyle promoter on 75 PB, you will get $25 cash. But if you are an advisor on 150, you will make $45 cash. So my question again is not if you're going to make money, is when are you going to make money and how much you are going to make. So the reason why I'm sharing this with you is because a lot of times people think that if they don't make the money right away, they're going to lose it. And the good thing is that you can accumulate it with us. You're not going to lose it. But do you rather make the money as an LP or do you rather make the money as an LA? Because it is the same amount of volume, it is the same amount of people, but it's half of the money. So the first cycle example I have here is for 900 CB, which is cycle level number 1. But the power cycle, which is the highest, is $5,400. Okay, it gives you $400 cash plus bonuses, which I'm going to show you in a minute. Questions on binary cycle structures?
Yes, I think that you will already answer this, but again, for clarification, what is the impact to Center 2 and 3 when an LA decrease shopping credits to 75 or 35?
Perfect. So business center 2 becomes 0, business center 3 becomes 0. I lose the CV on those two business centers. So let me see if I open again my whiteboard. So if in my business center 2 and my business center 1, let's look at this, right? This is my chart. Now let me change I'm gonna actually draw it with a line. And I'm gonna make it red. So if right now I have 1,000 in business center 1, 500 business center 2, 500 business center 3, and I downgrade to 35, I lose this and I lose this. Okay? If I am on $35, I can only continue to have my business center 1 money. But I cannot convert it into cash. I can accumulate CV, but I cannot make commission. Is this clear? If I'm on 35, I cannot make commission. If I'm on 75, I can make commission on business center 1 only. And if I'm in LA, I can make commission and accumulate volume on the 3 business centers. Is it clear?
Yes, Danny, and I hope that answers the question. Now, another question here. What can I do if my sponsor plays me in his personal leg?
Nothing. It doesn't matter in which leg you are positioned. It's actually any position is good, because this is not okay. And I love this question. The success in my business is not related to my upline or where did my upline place me. Okay? The success, I repeat, the success in my business, it's irrelevant to where my upline placed me. It is not my upline's responsibility to build my success in the business. Why did you join the business? You joined the business because of you. You joined the business because of something you want. You joined the business because you want to make more money. You joined the business because you want to travel the world. You joined the business because you want freedom and flexibility. You joined the business, I don't know. So if you are placed in the personal team of your upline, great. If you are placed on a common, actually doesn't matter which leg, because it becomes your common leg, whatever leg you have with your team, then go build it. This potential I'm sharing with you is for every single one of you. Every single one of you can make 3 million plus a year. This is not related only to certain people. Every single one of you has the same compensation plan, and every single one of you started at 0. Agree? Yes, the people that come into your team, if you're actively building the business, of course, are going to have volume or more volume than others because you are building. But this relates to you, not to your upline. Okay? And this is where I become very, very like, antsy. I don't know what's the word that I want to use for this. I want every single one of you to build with passion, because this business is for you. The result from your effort is for your families, not for your upline. But I understand that sometimes, we are also in the people's business, and we are enticed or excited because of the people that I choose to work with. And because we're in the people business, of course, we want to work with people that we feel good about, we are comfortable with. And that's the beauty of our business, Rico. You get to choose who do you want to work. Imagine if I didn't like you and we have to work together every day. Like, seriously. And I know a lot of people don't like who they have to work with, but I really feel that in this industry, Rico, people have the choice to choose who they want to work with. And you can select who your next team member is going to be. In real life, people don't do that. People don't get to choose who do they want to work with. So regardless of where you are in the binary, if you are in the personal team of your upline, great. If you are in the common leg of your upline, great. It doesn't matter where you are positioned in the binary. It doesn't matter. All you got to do is to start your own business strategy with your own team members, with your own growth, with your own, and then you start from there. Believe me, the upline is in the best interest for you to make money. If you earn money, the upline makes money. If you grow, the upline grows. So my philosophy is that if I am helping people grow, I will grow. Not the other way around. If you grow, I grow. Because in reality, a lot of downlines surpasses their uplines. Why? Because maybe the upline chose not to work. And it's okay. We are all here for different reasons. I hope that answers the question.
Yes,
Next.
and Maria is saying beautiful clarification, Daddy. And also just a compliment coming from Ifra that she loves the new slide. It's so much better for the eyes.
Mhm. I'm trying to put as much as possible, information that is basic, that based on what people ask, because I find that sometimes the team is not taking the time to show this to the team on a daily basis. So I'm just trying to make it as fun as possible, right? And color coded as possible so that it's easy for your eyes to identify. Okay, I have 300 on the left and 600 on the right. That equals 900. I make $45. But what happens if I have 450 on the left? For like, you have no idea. Every Monday we have people calling, oh, why I didn't cycle. Okay, let's look into your back office. The first thing I see is volume. Do you have at least 300 on the left, 300 on the right? Minimum. That's the minimum the software is going to look for. Do you have 300 on the left? No. Okay. Do you have it on the right? Yes. Perfect. Do you have 600 on the right? No. Do you have 600 on the on the left? No. Perfect. Then you're not cycling just by looking at the CV. But if I look at the CV and they do have 900, perfect, and they didn't cycle, that means are they on 150? Yes. Do they have one on the left on 150 and one on the right on 150? No. Oh, I didn't know this. Right? So people will always pick up the phone and call thinking there's something wrong. Check. Take the time before you make the call. Look into your organization. Who's made the payment? Let me look at, it's not, I find that sometimes it could be a little bit, the tone of the people maybe is that, they call it like, oh, why you guys didn't pay me, So let's look into your back office. And there is always answers. And let me share something with you that when I am with a customer on the phone, I always go to their back office so that I can tell them that what I see is what they see. We don't look at different things. We look at your back office. So when you call the company, we look at your back office. We look at your payments. We look at the site, where is the process of your order. Oh, I don't know where is my order. Have you looked into your back office? No, I don't know where it is. Okay, you don't know where is it, but doesn't mean you don't have it, right? So all the information I'm giving you is in your back office, but I have to show you where in your back office is. And I find that a lot of, uplines and people that sharing the business opportunity, they're telling people, oh, you're going to find it in your back office. Yeah, it's in there. Okay, where? Can you sit down with me and show me? Can you give me 5 minutes of your time and teach me? So when you're bringing somebody into the business, you got to take the time to show them this. Guide them through a call. Where are you going to see it? I do see that you have 11 people in your team. Have you noticed you have $2,000 in CV? Take the time to guide people. By the way, it's very rewarding. I find it's more rewarding than the actual, making the money is fun, but I find that when you look at others succeed, it's more rewarding than just, doing it for yourself. So don't be selfish. Take time to take your team through it, show them this, give them the videos, do a compensation plan training, gather your troops, emergency team meeting about compensation plan, you know, this Wednesday at 7. Do it every week with your team. Why not? And of course, you don't know something, guess what? You have corporate to back you up. You have corporate to back you up. Because if they are not on this call and they're missing all the new slides, like Ifra was saying, how are they going to know how to understand it? Maybe they missed the last call too. So let's look at different ways, right? Like different ways of explaining the same thing. Because imagine, Rico, you do this class every other week, and I do this every other week. So I think I already told you this a gazillion times. So I have to, as a trainer, I also have to find new ways of showing you this, because maybe you're new, but maybe you're not new. Maybe you're learning things you didn't know. Okay, any more questions?
Well, then I just want to mention that as I attend the trainings, I get to learn more and more. Actually, there's still new things that I learn.
Right? It's like every day. The other day we were having a meeting. Actually, we're starting something very cool in the office called the Opulence University. And I'm going to start it this Monday, because I want to make sure that when you're calling customer service or shipping department, like they know all of these things. Everybody's ready to answer you. Even IT is going to be a part of Opulence University, because they are only programming this. But guess what? Our IT team has become so good in compensation plan, because they need to make sure these numbers match, and they need to know where the numbers are coming from. So I'm very excited. But anyways, let's move on.
All right, another question here, Danny.
Mhm.
The retailer is on, actually, this is the same question, it's just rephrased. The retailer is on 35 Smart Buy, and then I understand that they hold their CV but not getting paid. Those CV will stay there until when they upgrade to make money, if they upgrade to LA and start 150 Smart Buy, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Awesome. So I bring one on the left, one on the right. I activate my binary, and I teach my team to do the same. Bring one on the left, one on the right, one on the left, one on the right. I teach them to duplicate, right? Once that happens to infinity, they make money. Okay, I'm using the same slide on the tour. Every time I accumulate 5,400, I earn power cycle. Okay, and in here I put it the other way around, because I want you to see how you make more money. So even if you're a retailer, don't worry about the $45. Worry about getting $5,400 in CV so that you can make $400. I go back to my same sentence. It's not about if you're going to make money or not, is when are you going to make money? Because the CV is going to accumulate, 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 accumulate. When you're ready, boom, you cash out. Okay, I make $400 cash, $30 for convention pool, plus $30 for marketing pool. I make my 8.5%. So 7.4% in cash, and the other one in bonuses. Okay. Perfect.
And yes, Danny, actually, there's a question here. Probably an illustration might be needed, because she's giving us a specific situation. Let's say she has 310 CV on the left and 680 on the right. She's
Mm-hmm.
asking, how does it work?
Yeah. So I'm going to stop sharing here, and I'm going to go back to my whiteboard. So if I have, let me open a new one. So I have 300 on the left, right? And then what is the other number, Rico?
She's saying 310. Actually, not an exact number. So 310 on the left,
Uh-huh.
and then 680 on the right.
Perfect. So equals, how much is my total? Take out your calculators.
It's 990.
Perfect. So 990 CV. The software is going to look for the three combinations. So minus 300 on the left equals $10 CV left right? And then in here, it is going to deduct minus 600 on the right. On Tuesday, I'm going to get paid $45. Okay? And then in here, I'm going to get $80. So for my next week, I'm going to have $10 on the left, $80 on the right. I get paid $45 and I move on to the next week. This is whatever I have in current volume. Remember, we have current volume, which is what it's already been pushed, and we have pending volume, which is what's coming. Okay? So if it's within the 7 days or the 10 days, depending on what it is, I'm going to get paid based on that. Okay, based on which day that's going to happen. Now for qualifications, we do count the pending volume. So even if you're recruiting or selling product until the last minute of the last day, it counts towards your monthly qualifications. Okay, but it's not going to push for commissions until the 7 days or the 10 days. Is this clear, Rico?
Yes, very clear, Danny. And I hope that's clear also to the one who asked the question. And also, with related to what you had just have said, can you explain how the current and pending volume work? And by the way, Danny, just want to mention, if you have any questions, please put it in our Q&A box because I am not checking constantly the chat box, okay?
Awesome. So pending volume happens here. So in your back office, if you look at your back office, you're going to see current in the top. Okay, and then when you go to the bottom, you're gonna see pending. Okay, same thing. You're gonna see left team, right team, total. Okay, this is more or less how it looks like. Agree? So what happens is that you bring an LA today. On your left, 500 CB goes into pending. After the 10 days, these $500 are gonna add here for the following week. Let's say 10 weeks later, 7 days later, or 10 days later, it's gonna go here. So 500 plus 10, you're gonna have 510 CB on the left, and you didn't bring anybody on the right, so it's gonna remain 80. So it goes 0. But somebody on your right team brings somebody, 500 on the right, 10 days. After 10 days, it goes to the right, so you have 510 CB. 10 days later, goes push up here, 580. Deletes from pending, goes into current. So now this week, you have 1090. Same thing on Tuesday. Do I have 300 on the left, 6 on the right, right? Is it clear? So
Yes.
once it's in pending, 7 days, it stays there, depending, see if there is a cancellation, if the customer doesn't want the product, if they return it, whatever it is, then it goes into current. So it goes from pending to current. When it's in current, every week, Sunday night, it checks how much volume you had, calculates more or less how many cycles you're gonna get. On Tuesday, recalculates if there is more pending volume, and it pushes in the binary. Okay, so we are checking, or the software checks constantly the CV. It's check up on every day, but when it comes to cycling for commissions, every week. Is it clear?
Yes, Danny, very clear.
Awesome.
And another question here. Hi, when you put someone on your right and that person is not active, how do I change that person and put another person?
I don't understand the question. If a person on the right is active.
I think it's more of she wants to put another person in place of that position, in place of that slot, I think.
Okay, so going back to that, actually, I think I have a chart here. Let me just go, because I did this compensation plan training the other day with a team, and I did a big binary. So maybe because it's color coded, it's gonna be easy to show you. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, I find it here. So check this out. We were doing Complan training and they love it because it's color coded, right? So this is your binary. So what happens is that whoever you bring into the business is with your color. So I'm going to assume that we're going to be talking about this pink person, right? I bring one on the right, another, my three people, I bring in one side. Then another person brings somebody, another person brings somebody, another person brings somebody. And I haven't recruited in months. All of a sudden, I bring another person here. So this person, maybe these four are inactive. Doesn't matter. As long as I have one person on my left and one person on the right active, my binary is activated. It doesn't matter where they are in the binary. They are all part of the same team. This grows based on the time that I joined the business. So if this person joined in 2021 and this in 2018, obviously it's going to be below that person because it joined after. So the position, that's why positioning in the business is very important. So maybe you come into the business here, you know, this green one here, and I don't do anything. I don't do anything. 2 years later, I said, you know what? I'm going to start bringing people, and I start bringing people here. Right? And I continue in my binary. Why? Because I just started 3 years ago, but I never did anything. All of a sudden, I want to start building the business 2 years later. So I start bringing people. So it doesn't matter where you are. It's just when you bring the person, right? And I'm going to put it in white so that everybody can see it. You see the difference? Like it doesn't matter when you start bringing people. They are all in your binary. You are making volume off of these people every day. If they are inactive, no problem. You just don't make volume off of those people because they are inactive. But if you start bringing people here, they will go there at the bottom of the last person in that team. Does that answer the question, Rico?
Yes, definitely, Danny. And Nora actually is saying here, just keep sponsoring. Add new LA.
Exactly. I don't new LA. Awesome. Next question.
Coming from Maria also. Anyway, um, actually, there's just a request that I think can we have a training on my team volume?
Yes. What do you mean?
Can you clarify that as well? I think they wanted to probably expound how to read that my team volume. Yes.
Yeah. If they don't mind, I can share their back office. I just always ask for permission first. So
And
please
yes,
clarify.
another one here. I think he already mentioned this, but again, for clarification, volume is pending for 7 days for VIP order and 10 days for a partner. Is that correct?
Yep.
Yes. Thank you, Danny.
No problem. Also, I want to make sure that we make this clear. If you have a question, if you have an issue, something that you want to bring up, okay, always send a support ticket. You know, the team is always there. Always there. So I just want to make sure something. The commissions, okay, if you're talking about a VIP shopper, the commissions push 7 days after. If the order is on hold, I want to make sure we understand this. If an order is on hold, because the person, for example, if it's an order above $500, we hold the order until we receive documentation from the customer approving the order and the order is shipped. Until the order is shipped and processed, you'll receive your retail profits, okay? So I just want to make sure we understand. We can only pay you based on the fact that we actually ship the order to your customer. So until the order finalizes its process and shipping, it pushes into the binary, okay? I just want to give that as a clarification because some people question like why or where is my retail profit from this customer? 7 days, you receive it if the customer process the order. But if they cancel, what happens if they cancel and I already paid you and you already took the money? How are you gonna feel if I call you and I say, by the way, you took a money that is not yours because your customer canceled the order, right? That's why there is a 7-day and a 10-day grace period. Okay, so always check that. Questions?
I'm happy to say, Danny, that there are no more questions except for the one, how do we go to LD1, the one that we asked earlier.
Hmm?
And I just want to say that the partners appreciate all the training that you are doing.
So, sometimes, Rico, because we think we've said it so many times, we can forget. So I love questions. There is no question that I don't take it as, okay, let's look at it from all the perspectives. Maybe the client is forgetting something. And sometimes it could be that, it was a specific case that an order was, for example, not shipped. Or maybe the customer decided to change the address. Maybe the order was returned to the office. It happened to us, for example, last month with MGRS. So maybe the customer canceled the order and the customer didn't tell me. I guarantee you, the lady that called me yesterday to say she wants to cancel, I promise you the upline doesn't know. So we don't make any steps until we make sure we have spoken to the upline. Because I was not in the conversation where that person was launched. I need to make sure that the information that customer is getting is accurate. Have you not noticed that when you look at the value and what your back office and your benefits of the membership have, you realize how powerful tools you have? And sometimes we just want people to see it. We just love our business so much. We want people to understand those values. So when you share those values, you're like, oh my God, how can people say no to this? So from the customer service perspective, I'm going to do my best to show those values to people. But sometimes the customer is upset. And that takes me again to another question that I know we have stretched a lot with. I remember Nora and Ifra and the leaders have shared, like, why do you have to be rude to the people in the company? Because you are demanding something that you want. We're on your side. And we tried every single time to make it the best possibility to make it happen. But when you're rude, that doesn't sit well with me. I don't know, Rico, if you have had customers that are rude to you. Most of the times it's people that don't know us, obviously. But I just smile to them, but it makes me really sad because we do exceptions for you and then you take advantage of those things. And then you take my kindness for weakness. I don't like that. And I treat every single one of you with respect. So I expect you to pass that into your team members. Because when they are disrespectful to us, it shouldn't be. You can ask any questions, we can see what we can do, but also stay true to the fact that if you made a mistake or if you did something inappropriate or inadequate in your business, that it has consequences. You see, right now with the upgrades, people are excited. People are just going in the back office. They're doing things. They're pressing buttons. They are not understanding. They're just clicking and doing. And then all of a sudden they realize, like, if there is a mistake and something that we can genuinely help you, we will definitely will. But you don't have to be rude about it. So I hope that when you talk to partners and when you're introducing them to the business and you show them the culture of the business, with confidence that not only us, but the customer service reps, our PVS team, or, every single one of us are there to help you. So there is no need for being rude. There is no need for being upset. There is no need for being desperate. There is no need for raising your voice. And we can all be happy and help each other, right? We are part of the same team. So I just want to pass that message along. Because believe me, it's sad. It is sad. Okay. So we were on personal team bonus. Personal team bonus, going back to the question that it was asked a little while ago. So the 10% and the 5% difference between your promoters and your retailers is from the sales, okay? It is from the sales, and you get it in the form of cash, not in the form of CV. You receive CV from what they buy, but on top of that, 5% and 10% you receive cash. Okay, this is where I wanted it to make the differentiation. So from all your personal shops, the personal retailers and the personal promoters, the difference in the discount you receive in the form of personal team bonus. Okay, and you're gonna see it in your e-wallet as personal team bonus, and you can see the commission value there. So when they redeem the shopping credits, when they use the shopping credits, whatever it is, depending on the product that they're buying, you get the difference. Okay, even if it's shopping credits, they are on 150, you receive your 5% and your 10%. Okay, you can see it displayed in your back office too. Now, monthly global revenue sharing. I know every single one of you are in so much love with this bonus, but basically you have three different ways of qualifying. The regular traditional way, which I think is the one that a lot of people, I want to continue to educate people on this, because it sets up the pace of the new business owner. It tells them what to do on a monthly basis: buy product, sell product, launch people, buy product, sell product, launch people. So it determines the activities that you're supposed to be doing every single month. Month in, month out, you buy products, you sell products, you launch people. You buy products, you sell products, you launch people. So you get CV on what you buy, you get CV on what you launch, you get CV on what you upgrade, you get CV on what you sell, and combined together, $750 in BQB is what you need in order to round up the qualifications of what you buy, what you sell, and what you launch and upgrade. Okay? We're not going to go into details of this unless we have questions about MGRS. You can also qualify by buying the momentum package. You instantly qualify for MGRS. And you can also instantly qualify for MGRS if you are generating the PV that the momentum package gives you. So if you generate $2,000 and $500 in PV, okay, with buying a watch, you can buy skincare, you can buy shampoo, you can buy fountain of life, whatever products from your back office, and you generate $2,500 in PV, you qualified for MGRS. We want to give the opportunity to everyone. We all run the business differently. Maybe I have people here that are launching 4 or 5 people. We see the top launchers, right? Every month. If they are actively bringing people in the business, they are qualifying. But maybe you are selling fountain of life. Maybe you have a shop and you're selling other products. So if you are actively buying products to sell, and that's why you joined the business, we want to make sure we recognize you too. So you can qualify in different methods and different ways. We just want to make sure that all of you are taking advantage of the promotion. Any questions on MGRS?
Actually, no question on the MGRS, Danny, but it's a question on the smart buy.
Perfect. Let's go to
Okay.
it.
Actually, the question is just, if my downline fails to do the smart buy, how does it affect me directly?
So if it's the only person in your team, of course, it's going to affect you because that person is not considered active. But if you have 10 people on the left and people on the right, one doesn't happen to do their smart buy, it's not going to affect you directly. It's just they are inactive. So don't look at it, how is it going to affect me that if you don't do your smart buy? It's just you're teaching them to do the same. And I find that why I don't do my smart buy, it could be different reasons. Maybe my credit card expired. Maybe my credit card was stolen and the last number is not working anymore. Maybe I don't have the money. Maybe, my credit card declined. It could be address verification failure because I moved to a different house. So now my new billing address doesn't match the old billing address. That's why we have an amazing team that is constantly calling the partners to, as a courtesy reminder, right? Like, we want to make sure that you're not missing the payment just because of the payment. We want to make sure people don't lose their volume. It is very hard. It costs the company more to try to get the volume back on a person that they do have it. That's why we give you 7 days grace period, because we understand that life happens, right? We understand that, anything could happen, and it could happen to any of us. And genuinely, I could have forgotten. So because of that, we let you know 7 days in advance. That's why your anniversary date is separate than your shopping credit date. Your shopping credit date or your smart buy date is always 7 days prior to your anniversary date. So that by the 30th day, so if you join on the 10, by the 10 of the following month, I need to make sure I have made my 150 PV. So we start the subscription 7 days prior to give you those 7 days in case something happened, that you are within the time frame to generate the 150 so you don't lose the volume. Okay? So if the person doesn't do the smart buy on the actual date, they actually have 7 days to make it happen. So you can call the company or just go in your back office, buy $150 in shopping credit so you consider active, set up your smart buy, add your new credit card. You can actually do one-time payment. I don't know if you know, if you do have a Visa debit, you can do one-time payments with your Visa debits. The software accepts the Visa debit. All you have to do is go into your method of payment, by Opulence currency, 150 or whatever, put your Visa debit, one-time information. We don't store the credit card information or the Visa debit information. Remember, we are protecting our partners. So all we're doing is letting you go directly there, do the payment, have it in your Opulence currency, and then you can process the order. You don't need to call the company to do that. Yet we have a team to help you. So a lot of these things you guys don't know, or they get missed in the middle. Maybe you don't have a Visa debit, so you didn't even know that we have that. But those are things that we have available in the back office, and I wish we always had the time to show it to you on a constant basis of the new implementations that we do for you and that we use on a daily basis. But just because they are irrelevant to you doesn't mean they are irrelevant for the rest of the team. So if you do have a Visa debit, you can make your own payments. And I'm going to show you where it is, just in case. I'm going to open a back office here so I can show you where it is. And you can make your own payments. Remember, we are giving you an entire e-commerce platform, okay, that allows you to be independent. Independent. That means you can decide when and where and how. And let me just open a training account here to show you where it is. I think it's very heavy. Can you see my screen, Rico?
Not yet, Danny.
Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, yes, we can see it now.
So you go under financials, my payment methods. And if you do have a Visa debit, our software, like most Visa debits, are not with compliance with Visa. And because of that, we cannot store your information. We don't store credit card information. I want to make sure you understand this. So in order to protect, the partners, we have this section that's called one-time payment. So what it's going to do is going to take you to another window that you can add Opulence currency into your back office. Okay. And if you do the one-time payment Opulence currency deposit, let's say you're going to do $100 in Opulence currency, and it's going to take you to this page that you are going to put your information for Visa debit. It accepts anything, Visa credit, MasterCard, Visa debit, whatever it is, just for the one time. Maybe you are helping a partner. Maybe you don't want to store that credit card in that back office. We have this happening a lot of times. Maybe your partner is in Nigeria and they don't have a credit card and you want to help them. So we created these tools so that people can go there, do one-time payment, process the payment, keep it in the Opulence currency, and then people have freedom and flexibility to use the money whatever they want. If you don't want to buy it from your back office and you are helping the partner and the partner is there and they want to process the order, you can do that too. But the one-time payment gives people the freedom and the flexibility to do it at their own pace. You don't have to call it to do the one-time payment. I understand that for some people it's just more comfortable. They just pick up the phone. Can I make my payment? Well, you can do it online too. We're giving you the tools for you to do it. Okay, you are a business owner. We want to make sure that you have the tools to make it happen and it's there. One-time payment, Visa, debit, it takes the payment, it goes into your Opulence currency, it returns you back into the back office so you don't have to go anywhere. It tells you right away if it's approved or not. The money is deposited in your Opulence currency and you can process your shopping credit order, or if you want to buy products, if you want to process your renewal, whatever it is, anybody can do it from their back office. We just have to pass on the information. Okay? Awesome. Any more questions in regard to compensation plan? We learned a lot today. I'm going to jump right away into the LD1 just for
Yes,
the people who were asking.
yes. Actually, going back to the personal team bonus, Danny, there's a question here. How long does it take for it to be credited in the e-wallet? The personal team bonus.
It goes straight there. So when the person redeems, this is based on what they buy, right? When the person redeems, as long as it's from current partner, obviously, you get it in your back office right away. So you go to e-wallet. Let me actually show you. New share, so I can take you back to that page and show you where it is. So you can actually see it. So financials, e-wallet. I don't know what I did with my, in Canada, we have a saying that everything is, when companies uses examples of people and their name is John Doe. So our tester account is named John Doe. So under financials, my e-wallet, it will be reflected right there. Oh, I don't know if you notice also we have a donation going on. Thank you so much for all of those of you who have donated. When you click on details, you can see, obviously this is our testing account. You can see what it is related to. So when you click on it, everything that is red, it's actually a button. So when you click on it, you can see where that product purchase come from. And it will give you the details of that purchase, okay? Or transaction related to Opulence currency, so and so. We charge another amount. What was approved? What was the code, the ID for the bank? So the more you click, the deeper it will take you, okay? So in this case, it's a testing account, so I don't want to just release another account that has team lifestyle advisor team bonus, personal team bonus, but I was hoping to see one so I can show you how it looks like, but I don't seem to have any testing on that here. Any more questions?
Yes. Actually, Danny, the question here is for the LA. Could you please explain how it works? How much commission the LA will make from a VIP shopper that has 10% rebate? How much is the real commission for the LA at the end?
Oh,
So,
got it. So it's the difference. So let me do a new share with my whiteboard. So I'm gonna do the VIP shoppers here in pink. Wait. Sorry. So for example here, if your VIP buys, no, in pink, okay? So VIP purchase, okay? $100 in product, okay? $100 in product equals, right? If it's a product with a 30%, okay, you are gonna basically make $30 profit. Agreed? Because you are a lifestyle advisor. So 30% goes into profits from whatever sales happen. If your VIP shopper had a 10% or a 10% shopping credit rebate, and let's say that person sold another $100 to a friend, so 10% goes into shopping credits to that person. So now the item that was $100 minus $10 shopping credit rebate, the customer is paying $90. So 30 minus 10, 20 is the profit. Okay? So as long as there is room for your profitability, you will make the difference left. If there is no difference left, then you don't make profit. Of course, like you are basically giving this rebate to your customers so that they can bring you referrals, which you are going to continue to make the 30% profitability on those customers. Because what happened with this $10 that it was given to your VIP, in order for that VIP to have $10, you sold another $100 somewhere else, right? So you made $30 here, but $10 that this purchase made were given to your VIP. So you made $20 here, but you also made an extra $30 here. So your new profits are $50 profits. So this program is intended for you to have more profits on more people. So now let's say this customer, VIP number one, okay, I'm going to put number one, and then this is going to be your VIP purchase number two, or actually VIP shopper one, VIP shopper two. So now this same VIP shopper did another one, VIP shopper number three. And this customer order Safe Home Revolution because you're doing, right? They bought $500. You made 150. They receive 15,000 Opulence points, right? Like a lot of things happen with this. So look at your calculations. You made 150 from VIP Shopper 3, $30 from VIP Shopper 2, $20 from VIP Shopper 1. But VIP Shopper 1 saved $10 in shopping credits. So he's happy. He's going to come back and buy more. So you are adding more VIP shoppers because of the referral program. Does this shows you the profitability clearly, Rico?
Danny, actually, I'm happy to learn that because I didn't know that. But it means that you also get the profits from the customers of your customers, right?
Yes, because remember, VIP shoppers are not in the binary. VIP
Yes.
shoppers, you will always see them in your enrollment tree on the same level as you. All the VIP shoppers are on the first line. They don't have a place in the binary. So if Rico, you introduced me to Marie and Genevieve and Carlos, and all of them came to me because of you. So yes, you're going to be their sponsor partner, like under your link, they will always use Rico's username to log in, right? But in reality, they're going to show in my VIP customer list because I am the partner. You are not a partner. You're just a VIP shopper that is getting the perks of getting free product because now instead of paying $100, instead of paying $100, you pay $90, right? So now you're happy because you got a discount.
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah.
people, it's about how you sell the program to people. And by the way, we are adding so much to this program as well. It's going to have so many amazing changes soon. But all I want to create is the idea for you that you can have as many hundreds, if not thousands of customers globally buying products from you. You see all these videos on YouTube of people selling products in Amazon. They're making thousands upon thousands of dollars. Why? It's just because they have thousands of customers. So you can have the possibility of doing exactly the same by having customers shopping from your back office. The difference is that people are not talking about the program. So if you have VIP shoppers referring you to their sisters, brothers, family, mothers, everybody could be buying from you, they get 10% back in shopping credit. They don't have to do anything other than refer you and give you, give names and numbers and add the presentations. So when I'm doing virtual launches, I love this because my customer is receiving Opulence points. So they are going to get products and order other products, but at the same time, they're receiving a 10% rebate. Okay, which eventually, right now they get 10% rebate in shopping credits. So now they use their shopping credits to buy shampoo and conditioner. Maybe I want to use the $10 shopping credits to buy a ring. Maybe I just paid the difference to get a necklace. So instead of focusing my business in Fountain of Life, because before people cannot use their shopping credits for Fountain of Life. Now, the other day I got another customer saying, why I didn't receive VIP retail profits on this order? And I'm like, that's impossible. What happened, right? I go, see, you know why? Because he paid the shopping credits to the VIP. So if you're gifting shopping credits to your customer, how do you expect to receive profit back? If you're gifting, that means the order is free. Which, by the way, you can use it as a tool because I can gift you, Rico. I know you would love to have a watch. Guess what? I can give it to you for 50% off. So I'm going to deposit $75 from the $150 that your watch costs, and then you can pay the other $75. Because you've been such a good customer that you bought from me the Safe Home Revolution. It gave me $150 in profit. So look at this. I'm turning this into another sale because you bought from me a Safe Home Revolution, right? Now, where's I can't find my marker. $150, I got profit. And guess what? I'm giving back 75 to you. I made $75, but now you're happy. Now you bought another watch. You're talking to everyone. You refer me 3 new people, which potentially could mean another $300. So it's just about reusing your profits to give more to your VIPs, get them excited to bring you new clients, refer you to more products. Questions?
Yes, Danny. Actually, we still have a couple of them. I don't know if we will be able to finish this up until
Let's do
12
it.
o'clock.
Questions are more important to me. Upgrades on the app I know are super exciting, but I can do them very quickly. So let's keep on going the questions.
Yes. Actually, this is a question with regards to the payment. The person is asking here, if you have money in your e-wallet, let's say they have $95 on the e-wallet, and you want the office to use the balance to take from your credit card, but we know you need to have the full amount at 150. So if you have 95 and you buy Opulence currency 60, and you go and highlight for the company to take money on e-wallet and Opulence currency, is that okay? Or you have to buy full 150 on Opulence currency and pay from your e-wallet the 95, you and balance you pay 60 from your credit card. I hope that you get that question.
Yes. So, okay. You see, I love this because the more flexibility we give you, the more you want to take advantage of it. So right now, if you want to manually do your payments, the only how can I say it? The only condition is that you have the full amount in, for example, Opulence currency. So if you have a little bit here and a little bit there, it's not live that you can do it. We can do it from the admin aspect and we combine it. But if this is for your backup subscription or your smart buy, is always going to ask you for the full amount. So what I would do is get from your e-wallet, buy the Opulence currency and use Opulence currency as your method of payment. You can do that. Number 2, you can just go and shop on your own before your shopping credit date. So instead of waiting for the software to run the backup subscription, place an order. If you're placing an order, you can use your e-wallet and your credit card. Or e-wallet and Opulence currency, no, because Opulence currency, you need to have the full amount. But for credit card and e-wallet, we can combine it. No, that's not a problem. So there is different ways, okay? And you can call and make the payment manually, or you can do it on your own with a one-time payment, or you can buy the Opulence currency, and once you have enough in the Opulence currency, do one transaction with all Opulence currency. Is up to you. The thing is, when it comes to e-wallet, we need to have your authorization because obviously e-wallet is the profits of your business. So we do not touch e-wallets unless otherwise you have advised us. And you can select that under method of payments. So if under method of payments, you have selected that you want to use Opulence currency, then Opulence currency, we can do so. And I'm going to show you where you find that. Also under payment methods, financials, my payment methods. On the left panel, you can select how do you want to pay. Okay. Use my e-wallet for payments. Yes or no. Updated. Use Opulence currency as payment option. Yes or no. So you can select this so that if you have a backup subscription or a smart buy or whatever, we use that. And in order to check it, like for example, if you are on smart buy, when you go to your smart buy page, it's going to tell you how is going to be my payment option. So my next payment of May 23 is going to be charged with my credit card because that's what I chose. I don't want it. Okay, perfect. Go edit. Change it to what you want to do. Everything I'm telling you is in your back office. But have you looked into your back office today? Have you studied your back office today? Do you know all the options that you have? But if you don't take the time, how are you going to become better, right? Awesome. Any more questions?
Yes, actually, this is another question, but I think it would also need more clarification because this was posted a while ago, and the question is, would you change the dates? So I'm not sure what she is referring to. So if you could clarify that question. So
So
let's move.
yeah, the answer is no. You cannot change your dates because the dates are based on when you launch your business. Okay. So if you launch on the 10, your date is going to be the first. If you launch on the 15, 7 days on the 7 is going to be your date. But what you can do is, in order to be qualified, you need to generate PPV for the date. Make sure before the 7 or the 8 or the 9 or the 10, whatever, before that date, between the 7 and the 7, between each month, within that calendar month, you have generated the PPV, you're going to be qualified. You don't have to wait for the software to process your subscription. You can place an order anytime, right? This is freedom. Just make sure it's within the day, because the other day somebody says, oh, but I placed $800 order last month and I was PV qualified. Yeah, but that doesn't mean you generated 150 this month. Okay. I find that if I'm actively selling, I shouldn't worry that I ordered $800 last month, because if I did, unless you did it on the 30th and then the next day is already the next month, right? But if you do it within your dates, it's easier for people to remember. So just memorize your date and make sure before the 7 or the 8 or the 10 or the 15, you have made your 150 and you're always going to be covered. I have another case. The lady placed an order, 146 PV. What happened? The subscription ran because 146 is not active. 146 is not 150. 149.50, you're not active and it's not personal. Again, it's the software, right? The software looks for 150. You're not a 150 period. You're not active. It's going to charge your backup subscription. And the person was very upset. Why you charge me double? You guys are taking my money. And I don't like when people do those statements. It's just because they didn't take the time to look at what's the value, what's my PV, how much did I pay, is this enough, is this going to help me cover, have I selected to the software to adjust it? The software could have adjusted and charged me $4, but because I didn't select it, I was charged my entire subscription. And unfortunately, on backup subscriptions and smart buys, there is no cancellations. So we just have to take the time to understand, select what I'm buying, and go from there. Any more questions?
Yes, Danny, next question is, when your smart buy is between the 7th and 15th of the month and you choose the 10th this month and next month you choose the 15th, does it affect your account to be active?
Yeah. So you cannot choose the date. The software is always going to run it in the same date every month. Okay, you don't choose that. What you can do is you can order at any time. So if your date is the 10 and this month you didn't order prior to the 10, if you don't do it within the next 7 days from the 10, so by the 17, your volume will be flush. But if you do it always within your time frame, within the every 30 days, that's why I said the reason why we created the smart buy is because we want to make sure that people just leave it and forget it. They don't have to worry about it. The software is going to process their smart buy every month on the same time. But if you don't want that, we can help you that. You just place an order, make sure it's prior to the date every single month so that you're saved. Your shopping credit is always going to go there, or your product order, it doesn't have to be shopping credit. You can place an order before your date. Always do it before the date so that you know for sure you're covered. A few days earlier, you can do it 3 days before. If you don't want the software to run the order and you want to run it for you, just make sure it's 150 PV, that it will qualify you for the 150. Okay.
Yes, Danny, you are an amazing answering machine. And the next question is, at the time you use the one-time payment, how do you pay the taxes?
No taxes. It's Opulence currency. Okay. So you just have to make sure you include the taxes. So for example, if you buy 150 Opulence currency and then you are a Canadian citizen and you have to pay 150 plus tax and it becomes 169.50 and you don't have enough, it's just not going to show as a method of payment. So if you are a Canadian citizen, you have to add the taxes into your Opulence currency. But sorry, my mistake. I answered the wrong way. If you are a Canadian citizen and you have to pay taxes at checkout, just make sure you have added the taxes when you made the purchase. But when you buy Opulence currency, you don't pay taxes on that amount. If you put 150, we charge you 150. If you put 132, we charge you 132. If you put 50 cents, we charge you 50 cents. Okay, we don't charge taxes on Opulence currency.
All right. Thank you, Danny. Are there adequate video self-tutorials at the back office for the back office?
Yeah, actually, there is the back office training. We can have a back office training too, if you want. We can actually book that for the next month, Rico, if you think it's something of value to the partners. We're constantly doing that, but I guess it's also a time, since we have added so many new things. We can do have back office training for the beginning of the month, since today is the 4th. Actually, I believe is next week available. Yeah, because May 1st, we were going to have a mega call. And so actually, why don't we book it for next week? We can do back office training.
Wonderful. That would be wonderful.
Awesome. So get all your teams ready. Say, you know what, we're going to have a special training on back office, and we're going to go through every single button and explanation so that you guys can become masters on this. And of course, grow and evolve. And let me just share here with you the updates before we wrap up the call. Is there more questions?
Actually, we still have a couple of them. I don't know if we can finish this.
Let's do it.
All right. So how many percent? Let me go back. All right. Where is that? Okay. How many percent do you get paid from LA shop launched?
If you are in LA, 250.
Yeah. Yeah. But the question is the percentage. But I think it's more simpler to tell them how much more than the percentage, right?
Yes. So did I respond correctly? I thought it was the wholesale profit.
Yes, the wholesale profit, but they're asking the percent of how much is the how much percentage is the 250 as compared to the package. Probably that's what they're asking.
Oh, so if it's percentage, well, I don't know, right? Right now it's $2,500, so it's 10%. Because $2,500 is the value, but they pay $1,500. So out of $1,500, you make $250.
Yes, and I think it also varies from country to country, Danny, because when you compute the LA here in the Philippines, it's around 15% wholesale profit for the LA. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Next question. All right. Actually, this is a clarification of the VIP commission on the VIP. So that means that your commission is 20% instead of 30% for every member on Smart Buy on 10%, right?
So you mean that your VIP shopper has ordered $75 every month, and now they are getting a 10% discount? That's different. But it is similar because the rebate is 10% as well. So if they are buying at $75 every month, and now this month they want to buy $75, but now they have a 10% discount, so they are not paying $75 anymore. Of course, they're going to lose it, right? Because they have to buy $75 every month. They're just buying it cheaper. but the value before taxes and shipping and everything has to be $75. So now they're buying for cheaper. Now it's not costing them 75, it's costing them $7.50 less. So they're paying about $68. So from the $68, if normally you would make out of a $75 purchase, $21 minus the $750, you will make that profit. So it's always the difference between what is given to the VIP that you are giving them as a perk and the actual profitability of the product. Is that answered?
Yes, actually, you have already clarified it a while ago, and also, yes, when the VIP is on Smart Buy, then you get the 20% difference as a LA as an LA. And what if the VIP upgrades? Does she get her referrals?
Yeah, of course. So the referrals are always going to be your VIPs. But this is where I think integrity comes from. So let's say, Rico, you introduced me to your family, you were a VIP, and in my best interest is that you become a partner. I'm going to give you royalty service, right? All of a sudden, I call you, say, Rico, you know what? Right now, we're having an amazing pandemic promotion. The company is running this 50% on the upgrades. I know you have referred me to every single one of your family members. I know every single one of you are loving the product. And I thought that you might want to start making that profit instead of making just 10%. Why wouldn't you love to make up to, 59%? So you are like, of course, what do I have to do? Where do I sign? So now Rico upgrades from VIP to LA. The VIPs will remain my VIPs just because they were my customers. But now Rico can continue to service them. Okay. So what we can do is, number one, if they are active customers, okay, they can create a new account under Rico and have, I would give all the VIP shoppers that Rico refer me back to him. That's how I would do it. That's just my personal opinion. But always build a relationship in such a way that if Rico doesn't succeed in the business, don't worry, I'm here. I can continue to service you. But right now, it is in my best interest to develop Rico because Rico wants to grow. And Rico shared with me 10 referrals. So you're not leaving them in the business alone, you're providing them with service. But if for some reason down the road, Rico is not in the business anymore, you can continue service them. Agree?
Yes, wonderful.
Awesome.
Yes. If the VIP shopper is in the same level as a partner, then if the VIP becomes a partner, it depends on my binary setting at the moment.
Yes. So if your binary setting is on the right and that person upgrades, it's going to go into your right. Remember, the VIPs do not have placement in the binary yet until you decide. But maybe no, today I'm going to recruit someone on my right team. So my next VIP customer, which is Rico, is going to go on my right. So you go, you change your binary settings, you change it to right, and then you upgrade Rico. So Rico, you're going to be upgraded as a LA in my right team. Remember, binary has nothing to do with VIPs. They are two completely separate lines. You can see them in your enrollment tree because they are part of your team, but you're always going to see them in your first level. Okay. VIPs do not have a name in the binary.
All right. Thank you so much, Danny.
Awesome.
Another thing, does it someone can buy without passing by a partner? I'm not really sure if you
No,
understand the question. Okay.
no, we don't sell directly to the public. So they cannot buy if they don't have a referral partner.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you for that. Yes, Mona, this training is being recorded, so you could actually check it out in your back office when you go to the training and events, and there's actually a section there wherein you can find product crossfire and of course the forensic and the Saturday live training, and I think as well as for the virtual leadership cocktail. So you can check out all those videos in our back office when you see the calendar of events or the tours that we're having. And
Amazing.
yes, and to determine where that new partner is positioned, I think she's asking about the placement.
Mm-hmm. So you can determine where you want to put the team member. So that's in your dashboard, and we're gonna actually we're gonna do back office training. So stay tuned for next week, so we can actually show you all of that. But it's in your dashboard left panel under performance summary. There is a red button that says important. You have to select in which team the next person in your team is gonna go. So you always change your binary settings first. Okay. So I just have 3 updates for you, Rico, and all the team that want to have the latest version of the app. And it's actually very straightforward, but I'm telling you, every time you launch someone or you share, go through your mobile app, a lot of things could be performed in the mobile app a lot more easier than in the website. Number one is right now we have a dynamic browse category. And I love before the update, actually the shop had certain bugs, you know, that they develop over different cell phones, it would not show some categories, right? So now you have a dynamic browse category. You can see fashion, personal care, opulence points, health, opulence currency, shopping credit. You can see it dynamically there. So it's completely done, and it synchronizes with the website. So whatever new products we have in the website are automatically added in here. As in before, we were still struggling at find certain products on the categories. Number two, we have a global search button at the top of the app that I absolutely love, because you can only actually search if you were logged in. Now the global search is there. So even if I'm just new, I'm just trying to shop something, I'm not even signed in maybe yet, I can go to my global search and put, for example, shampoo, and it's going to display me every single product related to shampoo. Okay, so we're just making it easy for any user to search all the products when the user is actually logged out. So even if you haven't even got to that page, you can still add, you know, search button on the top, get your products, and until you click it, you can choose to log in. And last but not least, you can actually do a new category search. And the same global search version is available there, that you can actually put, for example, within the fashion category, the word silver. So it's going to display only items related to silver. Okay. So if you are inside fashion and we have rings and earrings and all of these subcategories, the filter will apply even for subcategories. So if you are inside health, the products will bring, for example, products with microsilver. Okay. If you are in beauty, it will show anything related that to silver on its own. Okay. But if you are in fashion, it will apply for rings, for earrings, for just anything that has silver within other categories. Okay. As before, you couldn't jump from categories from health to beauty to fashion. Okay. So these are the 3 new updates that we have added when it comes to the global search in the mobile app. And of course, as you know, we are going to be bringing the spin to win advantages within the platform. And I can't wait for that to happen, Rico. I know the team were super excited with the spin to win. So we are coming up with amazing new ideas that we're going to be actually releasing on a super call. And I know people are going to be super excited for what that's coming. But having said that, let's wrap up. I know we went a little bit over, so I apologize for that. But I know sometimes we have so many amazing questions that I don't want to just go and say it's not important. Every question is important. So my homework to all of you today is go write down the things that you would love to see next week for our training when it comes to back office, and we're going to have an amazing time. Rico, next week is going to be super dynamic, all about questions, so that even if we have to go over, people are equipped to become better at their back office and sharing the information with their team members. So anything else that we can help you today?
Well, definitely, Danny. We're looking forward to that. As you know, we have access to this multi-million-dollar software. Might as well take advantage of that. Learn how to use that and use it for the benefit of your business. So thank you. And we're looking forward to that very, very special and important training. Actually, Danny, we still have a lot of questions that are lined up, but we apologize if we are not able to answer all of these questions. And Danny, if in case they do have questions, how do they get in touch? Can they use
So
the
number
support?
one, we have different PVS WhatsApps. You can place your questions on a daily basis. You can call customer service. You can send a support ticket right away. And, Every day we are loaded with support tickets. We answer to them as soon as possible. So if you have a specific question, you can ask it over the week, or my homework to you today is write down those questions, bring them over to the next training, and we will definitely try to help you. I know sometimes it may sound redundant, but I'm telling you, if it's been asked, it's someone out there that has that question. So I don't want you to feel shy and saying, oh my God, I want to ask this question. Just load the questions there. We want to make sure that we can pass on the information even to the newest person. Okay, I always like to say we want to make sure we're teaching, like, even if I am a kindergarten student, right? I might not be a Harvard master degree person, but I want to learn as if I'm a kindergarten student. Why? Because it has to be super clear for the new person. So I hope that this is of a good value to your business, and I'll see you next week.
Well, definitely, Danny. I've gained a lot of information, and again, I thought that I already knew everything, all the benefits of the compensation plan, but there are yet a lot to learn. And of course, I'm truly happy about this training. And Danny, also, we just like to share. Just want also to remind our partners with this exciting promo that we have right now. So
Yes.
make sure that you are on this, okay? So anyway, this is an exciting promotion, the pandemic relief promotion. So make sure that you take advantage of this 50% on all shop upgrades, and this lasts up until May 17. Okay, so I hope that you do promote that to your team, to your partners. Make sure that they understand this amazing promotion. The most successful business building promotion. I think I shared the wrong screen. And of course, don't forget, of course, tomorrow, don't forget the special session together with our lifestyle director for Ifra Hassan. Of course, she will be the speaker for our virtual leadership cocktail. You surely don't want to miss this, because this is going to be another inspiring call. This is actually our episode 4 of our virtual leadership cocktail. So make sure that you message all the people that you know, your contacts, because it's time to be inspired, and also to get tips and answers coming from, of course, a very phenomenal leader, the one I also admire, a lifestyle director for Ifra Hassan. So again, don't miss that tomorrow at 9:45 in the morning. And of course, it's also evening in the Asian market, 9:45 in the evening. So again, thank you so much for your warm messages. We truly appreciate that. And again, thank you so much, Danny, for all of the things that we have gained for today. And that's the reason why you shouldn't miss each and every training call, because there's a lot to learn, a lot to learn. So again, thank you so much, Danny. Keep on sharing, keep on caring to the billion. Good night, everyone. Good morning, good evening.
Take care.
Bye, everyone. Thank you so much. Bye bye.